take you now to Kermit the Frog with another fast-breaking news story.
I'm sure your revenuers know about all this stuff. Oh, hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here, and sci-fi fans, I'm speaking to you from the laboratory of a Professor Nucleus von Fischen, and I'm here to report one of the scientific marvels of the 20th century.
Guys, check it out. I made it out to Applied Torque Solutions, but I already see it's a problem. They got a slow car in here. What's up, Brian?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, what's up with this car you got up here, man?
Oh, man, my turd, man.
Yeah.
It's trying.
I can't tell what it is from the back. I ain't never seen the back of one of them cars. Let me call it. Oh, it's a Supra. That's what that is. I can tell now. Yeah, I always see them in my rearview mirror. I ain't even know what the back of the thing look like, man.
This Demonology killer right here. So it's a 2021 Toyota Supra.
Okay.
It's the world's first S58 powered Supra. So what that means is it's got an M3, M4 comp motor in it. It's bored out, stroked to a 3.4 liter inline six, Frankenstein built head, Garrett G45 1475 turbo.
You got the wrong turbos, bro.
I know, HPT, where you at, man? Where you at? I'm waiting. Give me a call. Yeah, it's under the knife right now. I run a Ford 8.8 rear differential in it. Don't mind the mess. PRP, billet housing from Australia. I run a spool. It's got 308 gears in it right now.
You got a drive shaft loop in the back?
Yeah, drive shaft loop.
I mean, did you make that?
No, I didn't make that one, but I am gonna make the one for this.
What?
So here is a chromoly 1 3/4 tubular rear subframe I'm building right now. I'll have a bolt-on drive shaft loop that's gonna go onto it. I gotta finish up the rest of the arm mounts. Just in case you guys were curious, I don't just do transmissions. I do driveline everything.
So you race?
I race, man.
He said he was gonna gap me, but I'm gonna gap Todd.
It's just, hey, keep this in memory right now.
Hey, look, when I finish with him, you know he gonna be a zombie. He ain't gonna have no soul. So you gonna have to watch him because he might bite you. Man, this Supra is bad, dude.
3,000 pounds with me in it is my goal, and probably 1,500 wheels. So,
ooh, man, that's gonna be hard to beat.
Yeah, it's
lightweight, 1,500 wheel.
Yeah, it's getting there. So
yeah, but can he cut a tree?
Oh, I can cut a tree. Hey, 1/8 mile, 1/4 mile, whatever you got, brother.
Well, but you know the thing about these Supras is that they have a slow 60 foot.
They do until
I'll snatch your soul. Oh yeah, I forgot you transmission. Hey man, won't you just run your competitor's transmission when you race me, and let me run your transmission? And then we can do a comparison.
I want to make it down the track.
Oh man, I love it, man. This is beautiful, man. Dang, it's nice, Brian.
So right now it's got the world's only Bilstein drag coilovers for this. That's a fully built stage 3 8 HP 76 that I did. Of course, S58 motor. The front suspension's, I mean, it's, other than the coilovers, it's stock for now. I'm gonna do a tubular K-member in the front. I'm doing the tubular one out back. 15-inch conversion right now. I'm converting the rear also over from splined hubs to splined axles. Just to get it done. So yeah, I mean, it's still always under the knife, fully gutted, 10-point cage, still works, you know. It's a Demonology killer.
All right, guys, check this out. I have a lot of people have been asking me the question of, Demonology, where is your original 2018 Demon? When it came to designing the Black Ghost, when I raced at Roadkill Nights one year, we had to race with a manual transmission, but the rules were I couldn't use my 2018 Demon or I would have made that a manual. With that said, it came down to the wire. And I kind of had to take some parts from my 2018 Demon to get the car there at Roadkill Nights. But I'm bringing the 2018 Demon back to the channel. A lot of people don't know this, but that manual transmission was giving me fits, man, because that HP 90 transmission is a thinking transmission. I mean, I was in a couple of races, and at that time, we didn't have the technology to control the transmission. And what was happening was that the car was going up in a big wheelie, and it was saying, danger, danger, Will Robinson, and it was shutting the throttle body off and bam, smashing the car down. One thing that's gonna give me the ability to bring this vehicle back to the channel is a company that I did a lot of research on, and I was so happy that they were in my own backyard. Applied Torque Solutions. They are the leader when it comes to HP90 transmissions. All right, Brian, so tell me about your internals and why your internals are so much stronger than everything else that's out there, especially when it comes to factory.
So one of the biggest things, especially with the big body transmissions, the 70s, the 90s, the 95, stuff like that, you'll see a lot of case explosions online where the case is just shattered. People are pulling out half the tranny without unbolting the converter or the rest of the bell housing. The biggest reason, and people like to blame this big basket right here and a few other things, the bearing, stuff like that. Yeah, the rear tail bearing, you can have a big effect on if you're running the wrong drive shaft, your drive shaft's out of balance, but if all that's in tow, everything's good with that, this guy right here, the D-drum, is the biggest culprit. From the factory, it's cast aluminum. So the D clutch is splined to the back. There's a planetary in the front right here. Your output planetaries, it's sitting right back here. These are so large and they're so weak. For some reason, they put this relief here from the factory to try to keep them from exploding. These are so weak, they'll shatter. The whole drum shatters. Everything gets caught up. It shoves outwards. Everything's forced outwards. It explodes this basket. That basket explodes the case. Then all of a sudden, everything's everywhere. Guts, all that stuff. So I went ahead and I do them out of 70-75. Strengthen it up a whole bunch. I helped out with the cooling in the back for the D clutch, which was a plus for it, but just in general, making it out of a stronger, more durable material is going to ensure that these things last down the track and last for a long time.
So when you say 70-75, most people, like in a layman's term, they're talking about billet, right?
Billet aluminum, yes. When I say cast and it's made from the factory, what they do is they do a sand casting of this. And you guys have probably seen stuff on YouTube or wherever they put, they get a big sandbox, they've got this form in there, and then they pour in liquid aluminum. Well, this has a lot of other impurities in it and a lot of metals that aren't aluminum. It's just, like it says, it's a cast. It's good when you're staying stock, but if you're trying to push the limits or anything, it's not good for that.
Applied Torque Solutions.
So you'll see right here, that's planetary right here.
So this is the stock main shaft. This is the culprit to a lot of problems.
This is the stock main shaft. They like to shear up here. There's a few points up here they shear from. You can tell when you guys are launching as soon as the torque hits, and then they're braking right here. It's got a few other issues. There's a few small things I would correct, and I did correct. This is my main
Now this shaft. Is your own design?
Yes, this is my own design. 300M heat treated and hardened ATS main shafts. I make them for the 90, 95, 70, 75, 76, and then the 45, 50, 51s. I made the same changes in the shaft to help out in a few different areas when it comes to lubrication, pressure loss, stuff like that. But the biggest thing is making them out of 300M, heat treated and hardened so they don't break.
This is very important because a lot of guys build transmissions, but they don't have this.
Right now that I know of, I'm the only company in the world that's offering billet main shafts.
Wow. So what's so important about having a billet main shaft?
The biggest thing is if you're trying to push a bunch of power, the last thing you want to do is break a main shaft. Once you break the main shaft, anything can happen after that. You're going back into the thing, there's metal everywhere, there's damages in other places. You lost the race. Come on, man, that's not the biggest thing just because of one singular component. It can be a little expensive at times. It's not bad. I retail these on my website for $1,700 for any of the variants. I'm constantly adjusting the inventory because I'm constantly doing more, but they can be purchased on my website as a singular piece.
So when you see guys running this billet main shaft, particularly in the Mopar product, they don't realize, but it's coming from you.
Yes.
Hey, we at the source, man. Texas.
Yeah, Texas, baby.
How do we know? How do I know it's not a knockoff, brother?
So every single one is laser etched right up by the top right here. This is the real deal. That's how you know.
Hey, you know what you can do, guys? Before they put your transmission together, show up and make them show you the parts. and then watch them put it together. That's what I like. I like to watch my stuff get put together.
That's why we're here today. Let's get it.
It's this class that I want to race. This new class. It's called the overdrive class. Now that they've got the shifts figured out, that you can put more power to the HP90 without the computer jumping in, because it is a thinking transmission and shutting the throttle body off on the car. The thing with the overdrive class, I kind of laughed at the guys at first when they came out with it, because they run the 8th mile. Come on, man, it's an overdrive class. You're running the 8th mile. You'll never even get to use the overdrive. But it makes it to where you don't have to have a lot of safety equipment on the car, because you're in the 8th mile and most people don't go over 150 miles an hour in the 8th mile. Therefore, you don't need a parachute, you don't need certain safety equipment. It's kind of sketchy, but I want to go race at Popeye Sailorman's overdrive race.
You Hellcats thought you were going to have all the fun, huh? Supreme in that ZL1 is looking to upset the Mopar movement and send Unicorn back to Fantasyland where he belongs. It's a 1PA duel that's sure to be a nail-biter.
And I gotta have an overdrive car. So that means the 2018 has got to come back together. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but I got a new engine that's coming, and that's coming from LME, late model engines. Man, LME is the best when it comes to putting race engines together, guys. Big shout out to Dart and Race Winning Brands. They sponsored me with one of the brand new Dart blocks, and I got that engine that's coming to the game. That engine is gonna go into the Black Ghost, and the engine that's in the Black Ghost is gonna come back over here. Guys, what do you think? I fell in love with turbos. I ran turbos. Dwayne Biddle been telling me turbo, turbo, turbo. Man, HPT sent me a set of turbos that's cold-blooded, y'all. Should I turbo to 2018 or should I supercharge it, man? Brian, you know, for the longest, I would look at your logo, and I recently had to start wearing glasses. because I'm guessing what things are. But for the longest, I would see this logo, and I thought it was a bulldog.
What's new?
What's new? Good question.
Oh,
man.
And now that I put my glasses on, I see that it's not a bulldog. I thought like that was the bulldog's face, you know, the muzzle.
That's funny.
That this was the muzzle of the bulldog. right there. Hey man, if I be looking at you jacked up, man, you better tell me to go put my glasses on. Right? Brian, to be so fast, why you hanging around with these slow people with these slow cars?
Oh man, I'd probably give him a pass if he would come up and see me every once in a while, but
yeah.
he just never wants to. He just never wants to come up there, man.
Hey, Brian, you got him listed as a turd on your phone? God dang! No wonder he's slow. This man that took a dump. Oh, God damn! Say, bro, this not your friend, bro. This not your
What? He said, what kind of socks you wearing? I'm wearing my socks.
Hey, man, he got these damn Wizard of Oz socks on.
Y'all gonna kill me today.
Hey man, so what you doing right here, Brian?
I am assembling the valve body. So I just got done making sure everything's clean the valves, the bores, everything moves freely. There's a few springs I stretch out just a hair just to make sure that they're adequate, especially torque converter valves, stuff like that. But yeah, we're just done cleaning up. We're gonna slap the TCM on it, and then we're gonna get to the build, man. And,
nice.
Get some stuff done. All right, so right now I'm stacking the C-hub. That way I can check and see where I need to be for clearances, make adjustments to the piston, switch out a plate or two, whatever I need to do to get this in the optimum area for the best shift, the smoothest but best holding shift possible. So I originally stacked it, I put 13 fibers in here. I started out with all the the thinnest steels that I offer. I cut them in a bunch of different variations of thickness. So what I did is I stacked it with the thinnest, saw where the clutch clearance was. This one right here was at 130 thousandths, which is a OE spec, but I don't go for OE. Then I changed out the pressure plate and the apply plate I'm using on here to thicker ones so I could close that clearance up to the optimum range that I want this one to be at. Right now I'll put the piston and stuff back on, and we're gonna put the snap ring and stuff on and see if I made it with the first try. So we need another 10 thousandths. We'll change out the bottom plate, making sure everything's spot on. You know, not just throwing it together because it's acceptable, but keep going until it's perfect.
So you run the 540 Pennzoil?
Yes, I run 540 Euro synthetic Pennzoil in my Supra now. I've run a few other brands, paid attention to a lot of Black Lab testing. Pennzoil came back by far superior to any other oil they tested. I won't name any brands, but it was a lot of oils they tested. So I trust Pennzoil for my car. That's the only oil I run in my Supra.
Pennzoil. Ultra Platinum is what I run.
It's my Billet purple E-hub, as you can tell. I know how many clutches we're gonna do. I just gotta see what plates I wanna use, because regardless, at the end of the day, yeah, I can sell kits for these. I can get them in an optimum area of 20 to 30 thousandths in a clearance range, but I like a specific on the dot number. We're gonna stack this, clearance it. We already did the C-hub right there. We're gonna do the E-hub here, and then we're gonna stack all the other stacks, and then after everything's stacked ready, we'll start assembling.
So Brian, what's the difference between this and what's from the factory?
So of course we know the billet hub, but the clutch pack itself, the fibers, I step up to a high grade G3 performance fibers, all my own steels, which I've made out of the specific content depending on how I want the friction coefficient to go. But the original hub only comes with 6 fibers. We're stepping it up to 12 on this one. I've stacked the E-hub with the clutch content I'm going with. On this one, we did 12 fibers on here, and then I'm setting the clearance right now. I mean, it's within 1,000th of what I normally set it to, so now we've set up the E-hub. So this is Trans-Zero right here. Main shaft seals are a plastic seal, and they're expandable. They swell out. What I do is I like to do this. So when I put them on here, and I'll show you, they are a hard plastic seal. When I do this, I put Trans-Gel on the inside. That way I can close it up so it's the profile's nice and tight. So when I'm assembling anything, there's no chance that when I put parts on, I snag part of this hard seal. If I snag it and I don't pay attention, the seal is destroyed, I'm losing pressure, it's not gonna shift right, it's not gonna move right, it's not gonna do anything right. Trans-Gel, man, stuff works great. Put it on the ring lands before you put the seal in, and then I just run my fingers over so it's collapsed inside so nothing can snag on it.
Pro tips on some Trans-Gels. No dig.
Nope, no dig.
No, we ain't got no baby oil in here. We got Trans-Gel. So what you got going on, Brian?
So this is the front pump cover. This is the OE pump that comes in here. As you can see here, I just put my billet pump in, making sure everything rotates properly, everything's clearanced right. We're about to stack the A clutch in the back of the pump right here.
So what do you see the biggest failure parts are?
On the 90 specifically, since we're working on a 90, D-drum, E-hub, pump, and then you guys know the main shaft. Anybody pushing any power on these things and you're trying to do any kind of consistent 60 foot of any sort.
You're moving a lot of weight in these cars.
You're pushing a lot of weight, and a lot of you guys are doing, the stalls are real low, 2,800 stall, 3,000 stall, stuff like that. And so as soon as you launch that thing, man, everything's going right to this main shaft. If this thing isn't strong, it's gonna break right here. It's gonna leave you losing. So you don't wanna be Herman. Especially against the Blue Supra.
Against the Blue Supra?
Yeah, against the Blue Supra. Gotta make sure piston seals properly. what we're gonna do now is we're gonna install clearance and set up the A clutch. And after that, we'll probably be about ready to throw this whole thing together. Start 7. P4 sun gear basket, it houses the C&E hub. Enhanced cooling on the basket. We're gonna go ahead and stack the C&E hub in here. Just drop it in. Inside. And a snap ring to hold it all together.
How many transmissions do you think you put in a month, that you build a month?
Probably at least 20 to 30.
Wow.
So then we'll take the stacked D-drum, set it on top. Make sure our clearance is good. Alright, P4 annulus basket. And sun gear, bearing, main shaft. Air check the C&E. Good. Another sun gear. Carrier assembly. Snap ring. P1 annulus. D-clutch going in next. Pump assembly with the A clutch and the B piston.
So it's the valve body getting ready to go in, Brian?
Yep, the valve body's going in now. This is the return B crossover cylinder. And she's ready for a pan.
Wow.
Quick 8 HP 90 assembly going in Demonology's car, the red one, I believe.
Yep.
So all the fixings, billet parts, billet main shaft, billet pump, ready to go. Let's see what he can do with it.
So this will give me the ability to really put power to it.
Do whatever you want to do.
Without a need of a turbo 400.
That's exactly right. These are exceptionally great. With all these parts in them, with these things fixed up, it'll handle whatever you can put at it. Launch, 60 foots, everything. All the power you want, put it down.
Now don't get me wrong, I love my TH400, man, because I can beat it up and it holds up. But if you get a HP 90 built by Brian, you can do the same.
Exactly. So y'all come on, hit me up. Message me on Instagram, send me an email, whatever you guys like, questions, I'll answer anything, but 8 HP is the way to go, seriously.
Now, your HP 90s, do you lock out the first gear?
I do.
Okay. Well, you know what I used to do in my Demon, my 2018 Demon? I took the 309 diff out and put 270 diff in there. I think it's 273 diff or something like. I put the 273, and I found I can use my first gear again.
You know.
So what converter do you like pairing with? Your HP 90 transmission.
I use Circle D converters out of Houston for all my converter solutions. They've been around forever. They do great work. They build great converters and they stand behind their products. Great people, amazing to deal with.
All right, guys, so generally I run a nil chance converter, but this is the first time I'll be using a Circle D converter, but I gotta go with the combination that Brian is comfortable with and that he knows works good.
You won't be disappointed.
So what's the stall speed? Do you have a particular stall speed you have to put on the converter?
We did a 2800. It's a full billet converter. It's their latest, greatest, newest, like 8-disc, clutch pack, everything.
So if somebody wanted to get that Circle D converter, what do they do? Call you?
So for any American-based stuff, you can come through me. I can get them. You can go on Circle D's website. All the American things are on there. If you guys are looking for BMW-based stuff, The only place to get it is through me. Of course, that's only the BMW stuff. All the American stuff's on the website. But yeah, you can hit me up. I mean, you can just go through me. I can get you guys settled for whatever you're looking for.
Hey, let's just go through Brian because he knows what converter you're going to need for your transmission.
Yeah, we can just discuss stall speed, what your setup is. I'll steer you through, you know, see what the best choice is for your setup, and then we can go from there.
There you go.
And
Brian, what's your thought on lockup converters in transmission?
oh, I love lockup converters. Oh, absolutely. Why? There's no reason not to have lockup. You're losing power without lockup. Period.
And that's what makes this transmission
Yes.
so much better.
Oh yeah, you're losing power. In my opinion, you lose power without lockup because then I mean, if you know what a converter is designed to do and how it works inside, without a lockup clutch inside of it, you're counting on hydraulics to perform effortlessly and on point every time. Engine RPM is not going to equal input speed RPM in the transmission when you're done hydraulically. Well, when you lock up the clutch, it uses a clutch and locks that converter up to itself one-to-one. So it doesn't rely on motion hydraulics. I mean, it's hydraulically applied, but that clutch is locking that thing up. So you're locking up the engine speed and the input speed is one-to-one at that point. It's rock solid, so all the power you're putting through.
Whatever's coming out of the crank is going to the
transmission. Period.
Nice. I got to show y'all this converter. It's, you know, I've been a Neil Chance man, but this converter is beautiful, man. Tell me about this converter, Brian.
So Circle D converter, of course, their Billet edition, the newest edition, 8-disc clutch pack. It's a modular clutch pack. Of course, billet stator, billet pump, everything, man. They spared no expense on this thing. I run one in my car. All my customers run them in theirs. It's a flawless converter, man. It's by far the best converter I've ever used.
Hey, look, I'm gonna make a trip to Houston because I gotta go pick up my engine that LME is building me an engine with a race-winning brand dart block.
Yeah.
And I'm going by Circle D. I want to talk to the man or the woman that made this converter.
Absolutely. I'll tell Brady you're coming, man. He'll let you in there. Y'all can walk around.
I wanna check out his
great
facility.
people, man. Great people down there. I can't say it enough.
Nice.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and also click the bell. Check out the videos up at the top, and if you get a chance, check out our merch store. Peace.